6 matchup for you here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Let's go now.
Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. This defense for the Niners, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Here's McLeod on the return. So a 56-yard punt. They'll net 41 after the 15-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Down to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Let's go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now McCaffrey, off right tackle. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Third down. Here's McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
I'm not quite sure they got the spark that they wanted on 3rd down. In fact, I think they gave that spark to their opponent instead, because that big stop has galvanized the sideline, and it starts their offense out with some momentum.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores. But he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up an empty possession.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now back to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Okay, ready?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their...
And the ball is knocked out, and the Falcons grab it. They find some open field here. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. They'll run with Gibson. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time. Second and goal.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
Ready?
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Koo knocks this one through the post. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on fourth and goal anyway, but the sack on third down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Isaiah Oliver there on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of inverted plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is. But
he's got a man, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. as his guys are able to extend their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Ready up.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get sixes. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia, I'm trying to erase this deficit. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Lance to throw it. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Now Gould for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. The Falcons on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd-down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Hey, cross field.
Now here's Samuel on the end around. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Play action, now it's Lance. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Lance now on first down. And he will find his man, Samuel. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Ready, break. 52 blaster. Red, yellow. Go green rail. Green jack.
Throwing on first down is Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
6, 7. Blaster, 6.
Now Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now play fake. Lance.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
To throw, it's Lance.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Ready.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Ultra.
Back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're...
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Troy Anderson in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ballgame, but that's something right there still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Let's go. You're blue.
They'll try and throw for it here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the 2nd half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. Looking for the out route, and he's got it. It's complete to McCaffrey. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Here we go.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Again, it's Lance. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down. 4th down field goal try coming. So Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter.
Here we go.
The Falcons on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Here we go.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And this one is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Quick, yellow.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. Oh, nice move. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Come on, set. 52 blasted.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Let's go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Ready.
That's complete out left to Ayuk. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
4th down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould.
The kick by Gould is good.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on fourth down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on fourth down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions, because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Got a man. That's Ayuk.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Fourth down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould.
The kick by Gould is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do is to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Ready.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the 49ers,